The biggest lie you're told is that someone else must approve your vision before you begin, as if greatness needs a green signal, as if legacy is handed out by committee. It's not. Dreams don't belong to the world. They belong to the one bold enough to claim them. People will question your ambition. They'll ask, who do you think you are? That's their fear talking, not your limit. Most people dream small because they've been conditioned to believe that dreaming big is arrogant, unrealistic, or foolish. But that mindset creates average lives. No one gave Elon Musk permission to launch rockets. No one gave Steve Jobs permission to redefine technology. No one gave Malala permission to fight for education. They didn't ask, they acted. Your dream won't wait for the world to get comfortable with it. And if you wait for permission, you'll be waiting forever. Because most people can't see what you see. That's why the dream chose you, not them. When you dream big, people will try to reduce you to their level. They'll say, be realistic, because they never dared to be bold. They're not trying to protect you. They're trying to keep you in the box they've built for themselves. But the world doesn't belong to the cautious. It belongs to the creators, the visionaries, the builders who move without permission, the ones who are willing to be misunderstood, judged, and doubted because they believe in what doesn't yet exist. You don't need to wait for someone to invest in you. You need to start building. You don't need applause. You need obsession. Most people never act because they're addicted to being accepted, but acceptance won't create your legacy. Discipline will. The ones who win aren't the ones who are liked. They're the ones who outlast the noise. And the moment you stop begging for validation and start building your vision, the world begins to follow. Not because you asked, but because you showed them what's possible. From the time we're young, we're trained to raise our hand before we speak, to wait for our turn, to stay within the lines. But dreaming big has no lines. It has no rules. The system wasn't designed for innovation. It was designed for order. And order doesn't tolerate disruption. Every time you hesitate and ask, is it okay if I try? You chain your potential to the approval of others. The dream starts to shrink, not because it lost its power, but because you gave it away. Think about every massive leap forward in history. It wasn't made politely. It wasn't made with permission. It was made by people willing to break patterns, to be seen as strange, to risk everything for a vision they couldn't unsee. Waiting for permission isn't humility, and it's fear in disguise, and fear loves to wear the mask of manners. But boldness doesn't wait to be invited. It shows up unannounced and builds what no one else had the courage to begin. So tear down the walls of politeness that hold your purpose hostage. You don't need permission to be who you're meant to be. Your vision isn't supposed to make sense to others because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. And the mistake people make is expecting clarity from those who don't share their dream. You'll be misunderstood. People will think you're delusional. They'll laugh, criticize, warn, and discourage, not because they're evil, but because they can't see what you see. You have to be okay with that. True visionaries aren't looking for applause. They're too busy building. The earlier you stop needing to be understood, the sooner you'll be free to create. Most people don't chase big dreams because they think they're not qualified, as if passion requires a certificate, as if innovation waits for a degree. Credentials are a system's way of measuring past knowledge, but dreaming big is about imagining what doesn't exist yet. That's not knowledge, that's courage. If credentials mattered most, Elon Musk wouldn't be launching rockets. Oprah wouldn't have built an empire. Walt Disney wouldn't have drawn dreams from a garage. Don't wait to be qualified. Start. Grow as you go. The only real credential is action. If you're dreaming big, rejection isn't an obstacle. It's a compass. It points you to where the real work begins. Most people give up when they hear no, but visionaries hear not yet. Rejection doesn't mean the idea is wrong. It means the world isn't ready. And you're the one who's supposed to get it there. The best ideas always face resistance. That's proof they're worth fighting for. Stop treating rejection as defeat. Start treating it as direction. Dreaming big makes people uncomfortable because your courage reminds them of their excuses. Your boldness makes their safety feel like weakness, so they attack. But here's the truth. If no one is criticizing your dream, it's probably too small. Big dreams come with big resistance. And the only way to avoid criticism is to do nothing and be nothing. Let them talk, let them laugh. Your results will silence them. If you're doing something revolutionary, don't expect existing authorities to approve it. They haven't seen it before. They don't understand it. They weren't trained to recognize it. Institutions, systems, experts, they're built on what already exists. But big dreams create something new. You don't need permission from the past to create the future. Every breakthrough in history began with someone being told that won't work. Be that someone. Obsession is the new qualification. If you live and breathe your dream, you'll find a way. You'll outlearn, outbuild, outlast everyone else. You won't care about the odds, only the outcome. It's not about talent, it's about tunnel vision. If you're obsessed, no one can outwork you. And when work becomes purpose, you don't stop for permission. You charge forward like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. The road to a big dream is lonely because most people take the exit ramp early. They get tired, they get scared, they listen to the world telling them to shrink. But if you don't settle, you become unstoppable. You create distance, you create momentum, you build something rare because you kept going when others stopped. The truth is, most people don't fail because they couldn't. They fail because they gave up too soon. Refuse to settle, refuse to stop waiting for the perfect team, the perfect partner, the perfect moment. Begin alone, begin messy, begin before you're ready. Teams don't build dreams, dreams attract teams. Start moving and the right people will find you. They'll see your fire, they'll recognize the mission, but they won't come while you're standing still. Start alone, build anyway, the team will come. A dream without action is just a fantasy. Talking about your goals means nothing if you don't back it with execution. Most people want the outcome, not the process. Don't waste energy convincing people how serious you are. Show them. Work quietly. Let your results speak louder than your declarations. The world doesn't reward talkers. It rewards finishers. There will be days where everything goes wrong, where doubt screams louder than belief, where you question why you even started. That's normal. The dream doesn't need perfect days. It needs gritty days. The days you show up when no one's watching, the days you stay up late, 8 while others sleep, the days you keep going even when you feel like quitting. That's what builds big things, not applause, not approval, grit. Big dreams require massive vision, but microscopic focus. Don't just visualize the empire, build the first brick, then the next, then the next. Every overnight success was built through thousands of quiet, uncomfortable days. You don't leap to greatness, you grind to it. So dream big, but build daily. Greatness is in the details. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait forever. Confidence is built through action, not before it. No one ever felt 100% prepared before doing something world-changing. You'll feel underqualified, outmatched, afraid. That's part of the game. Step in anyway. Move through the fear. Action creates clarity. Clarity creates confidence. And confidence creates movement. People think dreaming big is risky, but playing small, that's a guaranteed loss. A safe life sounds smart until you realize how much you've lost in the name of comfort. You lose time, you lose meaning, you lose yourself. There's risk in dreaming big, but the risk of regret is far worse. Bet on the dream, bet on yourself. Every great breakthrough begins when someone says, I don't accept that. They refuse to follow what's expected. They challenge the norm. They disobey the rules that limit their potential. You're not here to follow, you're here to lead. If the system says wait and your dream says go, you move. Disobedience isn't rebellion, it's the start of revolution. At first, people will mock your dream, then they'll ignore it, then they'll copy it. That's the cycle. Most people quit at the laughter stage, not knowing how close they were. You don't need to argue, you don't need to convince, just keep building. Keep showing up. One day, the same people who doubted you will quote you, but you have to earn that. Big dreams aren't just about personal success. They become movements. When you build something meaningful, you give others permission to rise. You show them what's possible. Your dream has the power to inspire generations. Don't shrink it for the comfort of people who don't understand. Let it grow, let it roar, because your courage might be the reason someone else believes again. In the end, no one is going to hand you permission to be great. The world won't line up to approve your vision. That's not how this works. The only permission that matters is the one you give yourself. And the moment you decide to move, regardless of who agrees, that's the moment everything changes. Give yourself permission, not tomorrow, not when it's easy, now,